there would be no Max wins without Donald Trump.
What?
Yeah, I see these wolves on the hunt. Why you stunting in your wool trying to front? High cap and act a fool if you want. If you see them teeth baring, they ain't smiling, better run.
Welcome to Don't Cry Wolf. I'm your host, Q, and today we got a guest that needs no introduction. Had a crazy year in 2024, but I'm gonna still let him introduce himself.
What up, y'all? It's the River City legend, aka Max Wins. I'm here with my dog, Don't Cry Wolf. My G, how's it going, bro?
Shit.
You blessed?
Thanks again, man, for being here, bro.
Hey, bro, I appreciate
Second
you.
time, bro.
Yes, sir. That was mandatory. That was mandatory. We
A
did
little
this, you know?
bit, right?
100%.
You're the first artist to hop on two times now.
Hey, bro, that's a blessing. Let's take a shot to that.
Yeah,
let's take a
let's
shot
get
to
it.
that.
Yeah,
Come on, my
shit.
G.
With the Patron, too.
Come on.
I'm not a tequila guy,
We
but
need that
goddamn,
sponsor.
Yeah.
Come on, holla at me.
Hey. Sheesh. All right, so starting it off, I was looking up a lot of your shit to get some research going on here, and before this interview, and I discovered something pretty crazy. There would be no Max wins without Donald Trump.
What? I thought you was going for one of my lyrics for a second. I was
No,
like, wait, what?
man. There would be no Max wins without Donald Trump by Mac Miller.
Oh, okay. Now I know where you're going with it. Yeah. 100%.
See?
100%, bro.
But I ain't gonna get into all this, right? But I know that you was rapping along to Donald Trump
I was
by
rapping
Mac Miller.
Yeah,
at the skate park.
You know what I'm saying?
And someone was just like, "Damn, man, you should rap."
Shout out my dog Beezy.
Hey,
Yeah, Beezy heard me rapping and he was all like, bro, like,
you got it.
do you do this shit? And
Yeah.
I was like, nah, bro. He's like, yo, go home and write something, you know? So
I love it.
Since then, it's been history.
But I know, so Mac Miller was definitely an influence,
100%.
but one of your other major influences was Nipsey Hussle.
100%.
You got it tatted on you.
100%.
What about Nipsey Hussle spoke to you or you related to make him one of your favorite artists?
I feel like just everything he stood for, his principles, his morals, just not even like of course the music impacted me like crazy, but like just him as a man, as a human being, it was
so good,
it was no fake shit, it was no weirdo shit, it was just like, I'm a hustler, I'm a dream chaser, and I'm a provider for my family, you know what I mean? And that was his thing. It's not like, no, I'm gonna flex on everybody, I'm gonna do this. Of course he's gonna flex, of course he's gonna do his thing, but it's like the shit that he stood for and just like his morals and his message, that it hit me, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, I want to be like this guy, like this is what I relate to, you know what I mean?
And I even see the similarities of like what he did for his community and what you're doing for the community, even with like the Christmas drive and what you're doing.
I appreciate that shit, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, Nipsey Hussle was someone that I definitely slept on. I heard his Victory Lap, I checked it out because I was a big fan of Belly and I knew he was featured on there.
Okay, double up.
And I was like, oh damn, Belly's featured on a song, so I had to check it out. And I definitely slept on it, but then, you know, after his passing, I went back and I was like, okay, I get it now. And I even see, a lot of like the delivery and stuff like that. So
100%, bro. I was bumping Crenshaw and Victory Lap he was talking about for years, but I was bumping Crenshaw and like Bullets Got No Name and all those mixtapes, you know.
Crenshaw was the one
money,
where
like all that.
Is that
shit.
the one where he charged like $100 for the tape?
So he did that for Crenshaw
Smart.
and then he did that again for Mailbox Money. And
Fire.
Genius, you know what I mean? Genius.
No, I love it.
100%. Yeah, he was ahead of his time, bro, because everything he was talking about back then, like he was talking about crypto and Bitcoin and how to do this, and that, and you know, he was ahead of his time, bro. He was ahead of his time. So we lost the real one.
Yeah, no, def. R.I.P.
100%.
And yeah, even so, starting out like making music, I feel like you entered the game so strategic, so smart. It was like you built up like this vault of music, I feel, and then you were kind of just like in the background. I saw you like liking people's shit, promoting people and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, you just started releasing so much music. It was crazy. And over the years, I think you've released to this day 62 songs.
I think something like that. Yeah, I think you're right.
Out of the 62 songs, can you tell me how many songs, if you had to guess, did you not release?
Oh shit, bro. My vault, I'm sitting on probably like 700 songs right now that like aren't out there, you know, that I made
crazy.
From whenever to whenever. Like even for like Comfortable in Chaos, I probably made like 40, 60 songs for that album, just for that album. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I want this. Like strategically thinking, I want this for this project, you know?
Interesting.
But yeah, I ended up just releasing those as singles after the album. Like the Just a Friend, VIP, Trust Nobody, like all those songs I was releasing after my album came out, those were like contenders for the album. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit that y'all will never hear until I'm like dead, but then there's some shit that I might just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna drop it. Even though it's 5 years old, I'm gonna still drop it, you know?
Crazy. So, you know, not to put that out in the universe, but you might have the craziest posthumous album, you know?
Could be, bro. I could be sitting on like something, you know what I mean?
God damn. Even like, so the start of your career of putting out music, like I said, it's like you sat on this vault, and then when you started dropping music, every single song had a music video to it. And it's like, that's what I associate your career to, is just like all of these crazy high quality music videos. And I think it made such an impact on the scene because at the time there wasn't a lot of people that were coming out with that kind of like professionalism of just doing that, of like, okay, every single song is going to have a visual to it. I'm wondering, how early on in your career did you realize that your image was an important selling part to your music?
So I'm gonna just break it down for you. In 2016, like I've been doing this shit since like 2011. You know what I mean? Just writing, recording, doing whatever. I wasn't like dropping videos. I was like shooting shit with my cousin. I would edit the videos myself, put it out, shooting shit with one of my homies who is he's a BMX rider. So he would like do like BMX little edits and shit like that. We would shoot videos, drop those, but like I maybe only put out like 5 music videos in 5 years or some shit, you know what I mean? And then when I was 18, I was just kind of not focused on music, but I knew I still wanted to do it. But I was all like, I was just going through the motions of life. And in 2017, I was just like, yo, I need to do this shit. Like, I'm fucking up in life. I need to chase after what the fuck I want to be, you know? So I bought myself a whole studio setup, started recording my shit, like everything myself. And then I just knew like, okay, there's going to come a time, like I'm going to just stack up for a year or two. Just record every day, keep all this music in the vault. And then when I come out, like I knew I wanted to come out with Powder.
I'm gonna tell you how I got away with this shit. Lately I've been making moves. My teachers kick me out of school. I don't like to follow rules. I roll up my ass on the lose. Get half of the pain and the suffering. Why they do me like that, let me wondering. I love the game, but I don't trust a bitch. I will never ever be on sucker shit.
This is the track that I want people to know, like, oh, this is a guy, you know what I mean? Because I had music out before, but I took all that shit down as soon as I put out Powder, you know what I mean? I was like, no, I need to be known for this till whatever.
This is the introduction.
Exactly. I wanted that to be my first introduction just because I knew, okay, I've done this a few times. Like, I'll drop 1 year, maybe 7 songs will drop in a year. All right, rebrand next year. Because I was changing my name a lot too, you know, just being a teenager.
Oh, shit.
And like, so, but then when I came up with Max Wins, it was just like, this is how I'm coming out. This is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm doing it this way and I'm never looking back and I'm not regretting how I come out and how I get my career started. You know what I mean? So it was very strategic, bro. I honestly, like, it was so long ago that I don't even remember what sparked it or how it happened, but it was just, I knew that I can't fuck up. This is my one chance. I gotta make a statement and I gotta be the guy. You know what I mean?
only get one kind of like big introduction, right?
You only get one first introduction, bro. That's how everybody's gonna remember you, you know?
And you did it well.
I appreciate that.
Has marketing and branding kind of like has it been something that just comes natural to you, or is that something
That
that
is-
you've watched or like learned on your own time?
That is
or-
something that I feel like I'm still learning every day. I feel like that is what I'm missing the most in. Is
That's
like
crazy because
branding
I would
and
say that's
marketing.
what you're doing the best at.
Hey, I appreciate that. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like
honestly,
I'm
yeah.
really missing like. That's what I'm trying to learn about. You know what
Just
I mean?
more,
That's
yeah.
what I'm trying to tap in with. Those connections, I don't have a lot of those connections, you know? So I'm trying to build those and get my shit popping, you know?
Just through like social media and internet
100%,
presence,
bro. And
stuff.
I've always been like that. Like I've always just known people in different places and it just happens. Like I don't even know how. It's just people follow me, I follow people, and it's just we build a relationship and it's organic, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's not even thought out or planned out. It just happens. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Being pretty tapped into the local scene. I know a couple people, and honestly, every time your name gets brought up, it's nothing but good things like to be said around here, and I really feel like you're almost like the people's champ here. Not to quote Paul Wall, but
Hey.
a lot of people want to see you win locally here. Is there a time that kind of sticks out to you where you really felt just embraced by the local scene?
Oh fuck yeah, bro. I feel like every day, bro. Like it's trippy because when I first started doing this shit, like there was a scene, but it wasn't what it is. Like, and I'm not even trying to take credit for all of this, but I really do feel like, hey, bro, I started a lot of this shit and I inspired a lot of people, and I know that.
100%, yeah.
And I don't like try to rub that in nobody's face and be like, oh, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? And so like, I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I know where I'm gonna take it, and I know how powerful I am, and I don't use that shit as like something to hold against people or just like one up on somebody. Like I take my power very serious, and I don't like take advantage of that shit or take advantage of other people. And I feel like I've always like, I don't know, bro. I feel like I've always just been embraced. Like I can't. There's been times and moments where I'm all like, "What the fuck?" Like, you know what I mean? I feel some type of way, or I see some shit. I'm like, "Yo, that's weird." But it's just like that happens to all of us. You know what I
Everybody,
mean?
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, bro. I feel like I'm very blessed and very just like appreciative towards everything that I've got from this shit and everybody that I've met along my journey. You know what I mean? And it's trippy to think about, you know, cause there's a lot of moments that like come to my brain where I'm just like, damn, bro, like I did this last year, I did this year, I did da 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 da.
Yeah.
And it's just like it keeps going, you know, and I just feel like it's I get that shit because I'm not like I'm not on some like, yo, I'm bigger
You
than
don't have a
I'm not
big
bigger than the
ego,
program,
you know?
bro. Like
Yeah.
no one's bigger than the program, you know what I mean? So it's just like I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm here to do. I know like what God made my purpose, and it's just like I'm fucking rolling with that shit, bro.
Yeah, I would say you're a very like positive person.
But then don't get it fucked up, bro, because it's like, yo, there's times where it's like
Yeah.
I be doubting myself. I be feeling like, yo, am I really doing the right thing? Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this my purpose? Am I supposed to give up?
Yeah.
Am I supposed, you know what I mean? It's like we're
which
all
is natural
human, bro.
for
We're all human.
any artist, I think,
Anybody,
as well,
you know what I
too,
mean?
yeah.
100%. So I still have that doubt too that creeps in the back of my mind, but it's like sometimes you just gotta slap that shit out of yourself. You know what I mean? So
100%.
that's all that it is, bro.
And yeah, even early on in your career, you were, I think, embraced by a lot of like the seasoned artists that were in the local scene, such as like YK. I know you did the feature for Man Down. He did the video.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's
Even
talk
pulled up
about
to
it.
the studio after. I know he talked to like a lot of the Lost
shout out
Souls
YK.
people and stuff. and
100%, bro. I made that song with him in mind. Like I wrote my verse, being like, "Yo, I'm getting YK on this song."
love
You
that.
know what I mean? And
That's
then he
crazy.
was just a real one, bro. I sent him that track, and probably that day he sent me his verse back, and I was like, "Oh, he body bagged it." You know what I
Love
mean?
it.
Like,
Yeah.
like, bro, YK, Feta, Finale, Lotto.
Yeah.
Like my Lotto, but also the other
CTL
Lotto. You know
Lotto,
what I
yeah,
mean? Shout
yeah,
out him, bro. I
100%,
ran into
yeah.
him at the Tacos and Tequila Fest, and he was giving me and Dre like mad
The
fucking
game and shit,
game, bro,
and,
and
like-
love, bro. Like
Yeah,
salute
crazy.
to that man, bro, because Real one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Real one, bro. So I'm very lucky to be respected by these.
Well, yeah,
these
even
OGs.
so, Feta even like managed you for a bit as well,
yeah.
and I'm just wondering, like, is there anything specifically that stands out to you that these OGs have, like, the knowledge that they've given to you? Is there anything that kind of stands
They
out?
all got different game, bro. They like, you know, they've all been different places. They all got different history. They all got different success stories, you know? So they've all taught me like certain things.
Yeah.
Different things too, you know what I
Okay.
mean? I can't think of like anything specific right now, but they've all taught me game.
different
You know,
ways,
they
yeah.
all gave me game, bro. So shout out to them because, you know, I feel like without OGs and like shit like that, like we're fucked. Because I need an OG. Someone's gonna need me to be the OG. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's all like it's just passing that torch down and showing love, bro.
Yeah, a path to kind of like maneuver and see, like, okay, this is
100%.
how they did it. All right, yeah.
100.
No, that makes sense. Lost Souls Entertainment is a name that you even thought of back in the day of like when you were 15.
Yes, sir.
You were
My
like,
man's did his research.
yeah, I know, I got you, man. Yeah, and it makes sense because a lot of like the big artists at the time, you know, they always had labels. Like Mac Miller had Most Dope, Wiz Khalifa had Taylor Gang.
That's all that
Lil
it was, bro. That's
Wayne,
all that
you
it
know,
was.
had
I was
Young
all like, yo, the
Money.
people I look up to got
Yeah.
their own thing. I need to be this guy.
Yeah.
I need to do this. When I first come out the gate, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like I wasn't
100%.
on no like, yo, I'm gonna make it and then
Well, that's how 50
this
did
shit.
it too with G Unit too. You know, he had all his artists featured on his debut and stuff. It was sick. You started off with 20 artists.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it probably was more.
Yeah.
Because I had producers,
Yeah, that's true.
engineers, artists, like
Yeah.
you had the whole thing going
It's
down.
kind of like come down now to more of a core group. Mm-hmm. I'm curious. It feels like, you know, you kind of put that a little bit on the back burner to focus on yourself, which is, I
100%.
think, a good move and it's super understandable. Is there, though, the question is there something that you're going to be doing with them in the future, and like kind of what is the plan with that?
I definitely feel like with Lost Souls Entertainment right now, like, of course that's my label and that's my brand and shit. But right now it's Max Wins. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm pushing for. I'm
No,
pushing
that
for
makes
Max
sense.
Wins. So that's kind of just my main focus right now.
I get it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is kind of like a two-part question, I guess.
For sure.
A lot of artists, I feel, will be making music. I think we even touched on this in the top 5. A lot of artists will start doing music to like be famous or be successful and get the money and stuff like that, and they put the music itself like second. I'm wondering, one, why do you want to be successful other than the fame and the fortune? And two, how do you feel like you're going to evolve your music to get to the next level?
Okay, you're a fucking G because that's a deadly ass question. Can you ask the first one again? And I'll ask the first, or I'll answer the first one, then I'll answer the second.
The first part is what is it? Now I'm tripping. Gotta look back on the nose.
No, that was a good question.
Thank you though. Yeah. First part is, why do you want to be successful other than the money and the fame?
This is my purpose, bro. Like when my body don't need or want nothing else. Like, bro, I swear to fuck that it's like the spirits and the higher power put this shit in my body to be all like, yo, this is your drug. This is what you need to chase every day. Like, bro, I've thought about quitting. I've thought about doing something else and nothing makes sense, bro. Like the thing is with me, I've been doing this shit since I was like 13, 14. So you got to think about, when you really think about like a 13, 14-year-old, they don't know shit, bro.
No,
So if
nothing.
I
Yeah.
if I program my brain to be fucking delusional since 13 years ago,
you're gonna be locked
think
in
about
on
it,
that.
bro. I'm
Yeah.
fucking delusional, dog. Like,
100%.
so I'm on this. This is my purpose. This is the only thing I could do in life. And things keep happening for me. So it's not a sign of, hey, don't do this. It's a sign of keep fucking going,
things
bro.
are going.
Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's working. Yeah.
Exactly. And then wait, what was the second question?
And then the second one, how do you see yourself like taking your music to like the next level of like focusing in on your music and making it even better than what it is right now?
I feel like, bro, just staying locked in that studio, traveling, life experience.
Trying new things.
Yeah. You know, new shorties.
Hey,
you know,
new inspiration.
New
Yeah,
inspiration,
I get
bro.
it. Yeah.
New inspiration. Just living life, bro. I feel like when I was making Comfortable in Chaos, like I was focused on that one album for 2 years. Like I was cooking that shit up. And then when I was finishing up Comfortable in Chaos, I started working on my next project. So I've only been working on this project for like 6, maybe 8 months, not even. And I feel like, oh, this is almost done.
Good. Yeah.
This is almost done. Like, bro, I legit last week came up with like a whole plan for my year. Like the songs I'm releasing, the videos I'm releasing, the day my album's dropping, the day I'm starting the singles releases, and the day I'm ending them. Like I have everything. I'm Gucci.
I love
You know
to
what I
hear
mean?
that.
I'm
Wow,
Gucci, bro.
That's sick. Yeah, and even speaking on that, like, yeah, I think when it comes to like unsigned artists and stuff like that, there's almost like a tier list. And this is just me kind of like saying this. There's like the underground tier of like, and I hate to like compare it to numbers, but just it might not apply to everyone, but just to kind of give a better example of it, people who have maybe like 1 follower to like 10K, I almost feel like that's like the underground. From 10K to 100K, I feel like you're just undiscovered talent at that point.
1000%.
Where like you got it, you're just looking to like gain that following, even to take it to the next level, and then 100K and on, you're a career artist.
You're booming.
Yeah,
bro, you're booming.
I know the homie. I know you just got the 10K.
Hey, we just
bro.
hit 10K.
Yeah,
we
buddy,
just hit 10K.
so-
Come on now. I haven't even like shouted that out on my story yet, but
Oh,
we did just hit
shit.
the 10K. I was super hyped about that shit. You know what I mean? I was super hyped.
Fire. So what's the plan now? Like because now you're in like a whole other ball game. You're competing with all of these other different artists, and what do you think you're going to do in the future in order to stand out and kind of just take it to even the next level?
I feel like, bro, as stupid as it might sound, just me being me. Because me being me got me into every fucking room that I did get into. Me being me introduced me into every single fucking artist and celebrity that I did meet. Like, it's just me being me, bro. Like, I don't have to try to be nobody else. I don't got to try to be like this artist or make music like this artist. Like, even for me, bro, sometimes I feel like my personality is bigger than my music, and people just like me just because they like me. They don't even know any of my music or seen any of my videos. They're all like, yo, I just fuck with you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to just help you do your thing and support. You know what I mean? So I feel like my biggest thing is just me being me, bro. Keep building those relationships, travel more, and just don't look back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's working, right?
100%. 100%.
Just being an independent artist is just chaotic, I feel, because it's there's no laid out path of what you're supposed to be following, and it's just kind of like a free for all, but yet you've been handling it so good, I feel, and like so chill. I'm curious, is that somewhat of where you got the inspiration of calling the album Comfortable in Chaos?
I feel like it definitely relates, but I feel like just like everything in life, that is like just that's me, you know what I mean? I grew up in chaos. I grew up in fuckery. So like I had to be the person that was comfortable in it. I had to be the person that was calm in it. I had to be the person that held it down. You know what I mean? I was the little man's, but I was still like the man. You know what I mean? I was the man of the house, young. So it's just like certain things that you gotta take to the chin and just keep moving forward. And it comes with life. You know what I mean? It comes with its territory. Of course, not everybody's gonna know your story and know what you went through, what you go through, and that's not for everybody to know. I'm glad not everybody knows the shit I've been through and, you know what I mean, the shit I deal with, because it's not for everybody to know. So it's just like, I don't know, bro. You gotta believe in yourself and just like, I don't know, bro. Even like for me, it's like there's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes that it's like it kind of just depends on the type of person you are and the type of environment that you grew up in, like
what you can deal with,
how you react to certain situations and shit like that. Because something might happen to me, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. Same thing might happen to somebody else, and they're all like, yo, fucking
yeah, I'm done now.
Like,
yeah,
bro. It's like it just depends on the person, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like it goes with my life, like comfortable in chaos. Even when I dropped the album, bro, there was certain shit going on that was like testing me to, are you gonna really live up to this name?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So it was like
that.
I had my own little test during that time where it was like, okay, life testing me right now to see if I'm really this.
Yeah,
you know.
you about it. I like that. And yeah, huge fan of the album. My favorite thing about the album is that it sounds like an album. I think there was like a lot of thought into even the song selection. Like
1000%.
My favorite thing is when an album has like such a variety of different types of music and it feels thought out. Like you have the intro, all bars. You have still like 8 a.m. in Windsor, all bars, but then you have the hits like Tony Montana, Danny DeVito, and then you have these like low key kind of bangers like Millionaire and Sick, and then you even have a song for like the ladies like fucking I Want You and stuff. Like it's all like that is the recipe for a fucking album. Like if I can compare that, it's like I see Get Rich or Die Trying, and like I see like what 50 did and stuff, and what he was thinking when he was making an album of 21 Questions for the ladies, but I also got the bangers and I got the club hits and shit like that.
You know what I was giving to my engineer, like I had like a whole list of like albums that I listened to that I was like, yo, I wanted to feel like this. So I sent him Good Kid, Mad City, Eminem's the Marshall Mathers LP,
yeah.
and Victory Lap by Nipsey.
Wow,
and I was like, I
okay.
wanted to flow like Victory Lap. I wanted to feel like Good Kid, Mad City, and Marshall Mathers. You know what I mean? So
okay,
those
crazy.
were like the three inspirations that I was like, this is the feeling that I want Comfortable in Chaos to be, you know?
Damn.
So
And
shout out to
felt-
Lotto. He fucking nailed that shit. Killed all that shit.
Yeah.
And he put in hours on the mixing, you know what I mean? Because we mixed some songs and then we went back and I was like, no, you got to mix all this shit together. You know what I mean? Like make it like cohesive, and he did that shit and he fucking killed it, bro.
I think even something that makes it super cohesive is even all like the missed call skits.
Yup.
And what was the idea behind that?
So I knew I definitely wanted to do skits on the album. I didn't know how I wanted to do it.
Why?
Why did I want skits? To make it more like an album, bro. Cause the shit I grew up on, like had like, bro, Good Kid, Mad City had skits. Fucking Marshall Mathers, like Eminem always has like some
Colin
shit.
Paul
you know
Rosenberg
what I mean?
and like fucking Frank
Ken
Oldham and shit.
Kniff, like all that
Yeah.
type of shit, bro. Like I like that type of shit. Even for me, like when Tory dropped his first album, he had a bunch of skits, and I remember
Majority skit. Yeah, it's
I remember
crazy.
everybody was like hating on him and shit, and I was like, "Okay, I don't want to be like that, but I do want to have like that in there because I fuck with that type of shit. I feel like that's just real artist shit." So I knew like, yo, I want to have my moms on this shit. I want to have my homies on this shit. Like that's
Dope.
That's what it felt like to me. You know what I mean? And then have some of the shorties on there and shit. Like I knew at the end of Pray For Me, I want a capo on there. You know what
And
I
then it
mean?
goes
Like I
into
knew.
Sick, too, which is
Yeah, exactly,
crazy,
bro.
right?
That shit was
Featured
thought
on
out,
it.
bro. That shit's not just no random shit. Like that
Yeah.
was thought out by me. And like even having Dre on there, After All My Life, you know what I mean? I think that's what he was on. I forget which track Dre was on, but Millionaire. Dre was on
Yeah,
Millionaire.
yeah.
And like even having him on there, just like talking his shit and popping his shit, like I knew
makes
that I
sense.
wanted that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it just, bro. I don't know. I feel like a lot of this shit just, it's not effortless. There is a lot of thought that goes into this shit, bro. But sometimes it just like hits me like that, and I'm like, oh shit, like boom. You
I
know?
love that. Is there a specific song off the project that you're most proud of?
As funny as it may be, bro, I feel like Tony Montana. That's my favorite one because I made that song like November 2022. I was going through a lot of like shit at the time. But I was just like, yo, I need to make like a hype song, you know? Like I need to make a hit. And I think we did the first the NLE shows. I think we did those two, and then after that I was like, yo, I don't have like a performance song. Like Got That, I came out to Got That. That's like a good performance song. But when we did
one of my
the
favorite
rest,
songs you've ever done.
yeah, I appreciate, bro. That's crazy because
yeah.
that one's from like 2020, but it took 2-3 years to drop. You know what I mean?
It's just such a catchy hook. And
I appreciate that. I'm gonna stay down until I got that.
Yeah,
but yeah, bro. So we had that track. We didn't have like no other like dope performance songs. So I just knew like, yo, I need to make some like performance shit. And then when I found that beat,
game over.
It goes back to like the conversation we were having earlier about the shorties, bro. Like, cause me and her were like having a convo about like Tony Montana and Scarface, some shit. I don't remember what the fuck it was, but I just remember that conversation being stuck in my head when I heard that beat, and I was all like, I've been feeling like Tony Montana. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Go.
So that one definitely, because that's just a fun song, bro. I love performing it. I love hearing it. People love it. I love when people hear it for the first time and I get to see them like just getting lit. I'm like, okay, this is lit. You know what I mean? It's just a feel good song. So I like fun bops like those, you know?
100%. And even speaking on Tony Montana, if there was, so if you had to like pick a song that would be in a scene of Scarface, what scene would it be, and what song are you picking?
Yeah. That was a good one.
I got you, bro.
Wow. I feel like it's crazy because like I'm thinking about my new album, and I feel like if I were to do my new album, like it would be a completely different scene than Comfortable in Chaos. I feel like Comfortable in Chaos, it would be Tony Montana, but you know, like the montage scene when
he's just getting
everybody's getting money and fucking doing their thing and da-da-da-da-da. It would be that, but it'd be Tony Montana playing.
That would fit.
I think it was Push It to the Limit that's playing during that montage scene.
Yeah, it literally is.
So I would change that to Tony Montana. You know?
Might take a trip to Atlanta. Hit the club, fall in love with a dancer. She in love with the glitz and the glamour. I've been feeling like Tony Montana. Black and white, the whip look like a panda. Driving slow like I'm sipping on Fanta. Need a wifey that's hot like Savannah. I've been feeling like Tony Montana. Yeah, she shot, but she fuck me on camera. Need a wifey that's hot like Savannah. I need the baddest bitch in Carabana. Don't got a filter, I ain't got no manners. Key like 3 hoes, now they call me Santa. Call up Miranda, Hannah, and Amanda. I've been feeling like Tony Montana. I need a key, talk about pianos. Feel like my life is season 5 Sopranos. God only give you something you can handle. I'm trying to cop a Bentley or a Lambo.
Here on Don't Cry Wolf, we like to play some games, do little segments. I got a new segment here just for you here. Okay,
Let's go. Do we need a shot for this one?
We do need a shot for this one. Yeah,
explain to
literally,
me.
that's what it is. This segment is called Let's Make a Toast. And I asked 3 of your close homies to make a toast for you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, which one of my boys did you hit up? Do I get to know or
I gotta guess? No, that's the thing. You got to guess.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
I'm going to read off the toast. You guess who made the toast. If you get it wrong, I'm not cheersing you. But if you're right, I'm gonna cheers you, and we're gonna celebrate. You down with this?
I'm fucking with it, bro.
Okay, okay.
I'm hyped to see who you hit up too. That's funny as
hell. I got
hell.
you, man. Okay, so first one.
Okay.
Toast to a legend from the mud. Come from a long way to get in the dubs. You the bricks of yayo. I'm the black heron. Ain't nothing like a chicken wing. When you make it in the city, we really win.
Yo, I don't know who the fuck sent you that one. Rid, which one of our dogs sent us that one, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold up. I'm either gonna say Dre or Capo. Is it one of them?
It is one of them.
Okay, hold up. Capo.
It's Capo.
It's Capo?
Yeah, there you go.
My fucking brother. Capo, I love you, bro. Come on. Eastside Capo, this one for you, doggy.
Okay, choose that to you,
Cheers,
buddy.
wait.
Toast.
Come on. To Eastside. My fucking brother. I knew that was him.
I like it.
I knew that was him.
Okay. You ready for the next one?
100%. We need another shot?
Yeah, we can do another shot.
Let's go. We almost out of this bottle too, bro. Shit. I think we out.
No, it's all good. I still got some beer. We good.
You got some?
All right.
Oh, yeah. We out of this motherfucker, bro. Shit.
Toast to the most. Before a Monday night kill Tony roast. Live to be a god. Born to be a king. Toast to the motherfucker man's wing.
Hey, that's my motherfucking dog, Fat Tony. You already know. Fat Tony, I love you, boy. Come on.
Let's get it.
We gonna
buddy.
take a shot for him, too.
Yeah,
Come on,
toast,
my dog.
buddy. All right, you got
Shout
it.
out FPS Dre, man. The best hype man, the best right-hand man. Come on. You already know what it is.
Good. Okay, next one up. Toast up to Mr. Max Wins, my day one homie. From cigarello trips to pals to the road trips for music, keep chasing your goals. Everyone's proud of you, taking over the world one day at a time.
That's my motherfucking brother, QP.
Hey,
Come on, QP.
You good?
already
You know the
what it
dogs.
is, bro.
I like
know my
it, bro.
brothers, man.
Yeah.
I know my brothers, man.
Cheers,
Come on, this to my
yeah.
dogs right here,
Toast
man.
up.
It's very rare to have real ones around you. You know what I mean? So shout out to all my brothers. I fucking love y'all.
Fuck yeah.
100%. That's so funny too, bro. Because as soon as you started Capos, I was like, okay, this is either Jared Capo. But then when it kept going on, I was like, this gotta be Capo because Dre might just keep it short and sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
I
when
get
you
it.
was reading the last one, I was like, I know this QP.
This
You know, it's gotta be
motherfucking
QP. It's
for
gotta
sure.
be QP.
Gotcha.
No, that's dope. That's dope,
Oh,
bro.
no, it does. Okay, so you did, again, a lot this year. This interview will probably come out in 2025, but
Okay.
2024, holy shit, you did a lot.
I appreciate
Dropped
that,
the
bro.
tape, the debut, but you also did a lot of festivals.
Yeah, we did 2 festivals this year.
Yeah, you did Sweet Escape Festival, where Fat Joe hilariously promoted Regina as Regina.
Hey Regina, what's up? It's your boy Fat Joe. I'll be out there.
And I just want people to know that because
Yo, shout out Fat
it's
Joe.
fucking hilarious.
Shout out, bro. You know what's crazy? I ran into Fat Joe at the restaurant in the hotel.
Oh,
we was legit, bro. Me, P, Capo, my sister, we're just eating up, doing our thing. See Fat Joe walking by. I'm all like, yo, Joey Crack.
Oh,
fucking
shit.
comes up to
Best
me.
way to acknowledge him,
daps
yeah.
up me and Capo. He's like, yo, you know what I mean? So shout out to Joey Crack, man. He was a real one. He was a real one.
Actually hilarious. Yeah, and also Polo G, though,
Shout out Polo
Mercules,
G.
and
Shout out
Sunreal.
Mercules, my dog Mercules.
Yeah.
And shout out Sunreal, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy meeting all them because, like, I'm going to keep it G with you, bro. We was all staying at the same hotel. I'm going to just give you a couple stories from that whole trip, bro.
Give it to me, yeah.
So,
I'm all right
so
with
bro, all the rappers are staying at the same hotel. You know what I mean?
That's fire.
So I
Love
told Capo, we're not fucking leaving this hotel because we're meeting somebody. You know what I mean? And we met every single fucking person. Like, bro.
Where'd you
legit-
meet him at? I'm picturing
one?
you guys just trying to go to the pool and then Fat
Nah,
Joe's
bro, no,
just,
like
doing
it's all at the
fucking
bar, bro. I'm
breaststrokes?
telling you, bro,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
all
that
at the
makes
bar
sense.
because everybody gonna want to eat, everybody gonna want to drink. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? So it's all like if I go post up there taking shots all day, I'm gonna see somebody. You
Yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
have to, right?
So,
Yeah.
bro, it's legit. We're drinking, whatever's going on. Capo and P go shower, change, do their thing. It's just me and my sister. Mercules comes up behind me. Yo, Max Wins, what's up? Yo,
Oh, he came up to you
came
like
up to-
that?
Bro, shout out Mercules, bro. He been following me for a minute.
Crazy.
That motherfucker, a real one. You know what I mean?
Real, for sure, yeah.
So he came up to me. He's like, yo, you sipping? Me and my sister take drinks with him and his team. We're all chilling, kicking it, whatever, just chopping it up. Me Forever Friday, me fucking Polo G, me Fat Joe, me
Wow.
fucking all these
All
dudes,
of
bro.
them, yeah.
Everybody, and everybody's just like, yo, salute, you know, just showing love and shit like that. I met JRDN, yo, shout out Jordan, cause he like took me under his wing type shit, you know what I mean? We met him just walking across the street.
From Vancouver, Jordan, right?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, got you,
Actually,
yeah.
I don't know. He might be Halifax. I think he's
Oh,
Nova
okay.
Scotia or
Maybe,
Halifax,
maybe.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, met him just walking across the street. He's like, yo, you performing here tomorrow? I was like, yeah, bro. He's like, yo, let's tap in. Me and him just kicked it for the weekend.
Crazy.
He brought me out in Brandon at the Classified show. He was trying to bring me out in Winnipeg at the Classified show, but I had the 3M French show. Didn't end up working out. We tried to make it. We got there
shit.
last minute. Bro, I tried to do 2 sets in a night. We got there last minute. Didn't
wow,
make it.
yeah.
But I drove to Brandon the next day with QP. And then performed in Brandon with Classified.
working,
and shit. You know what I mean? So it's all like, bro, shit like that. It's all like, it's real, just connection,
crazy.
bro. I met this motherfucker walking across the street. We're staying at the same hotel, but it's just like genuine shit of like, oh, you're so and so.
Yeah.
These dudes tapped in now, bro. It's like it's love, bro. Me and Jordan got
damn.
some shit on the way too. You know what I mean? Me
Oh,
and Jordan got some
shit.
shit on the way, so
Exclusively, yeah.
you already know.
Excited for
But
that, then.
that
Damn.
was a crazy experience, bro. Cause just being surrounded by that energy and all that type of shit, I was like, oh shit, I'm doing it, bro. Like I'm in this bitch.
There was even like Northside Baby performed
Northside
there
Baby was
too,
there. Yo,
buddy.
shout out
Yeah.
Northside Baby.
Come on
Him
now.
and JR were there.
Yeah.
I got to meet them for the first time. Real ones, bro. I've got nothing but love for him. Shout out to Too Young. Too Young and his crew was there.
Crazy,
Shout out to all them. Aero Ruckus.
Did you guys perform
bro.
your song with?
Yes, we did, bro. We did
Crazy.
Dollar in a Dream out there. We
Yeah.
did Dollar in a Dream out there. It was crazy too, bro. It was crazy.
100%. Shout out them.
Yeah, it was lit, bro. Shout out to all them boys because they killed it.
I feel like you and Northside would make a crazy banger, bro.
Trust me,
Yeah.
we gonna do some shit. We gonna do some
Okay,
shit.
yeah,
we gonna
I'm
do some
excited
shit.
then.
We already talked about it. We don't got nothing cooked up yet, but
Yeah,
in the
it's
future,
coming.
100%.
So, good to hear. And then moving on, I think it was the Winner Circle podcast that you did where you were stating that you were still chasing the high of your first show with opening up for NLE Choppa. But this year, you opened up at the Tacos and Tequila Festival for Mike Jones, Paul Wall, David Banner, Lil Jon, fucking Chingy, correct me if there's anyone else, Chameleonaire, holy fuck.
Yep.
All like just Houston legends and just legends in general from the early 2000s. Did that satisfy that high?
1010%, bro. It's crazy because that whole experience, bro. Just even dealing with the promoters, dog. Like they treated me like I was a somebody. So I was just like,
Love
oh shit,
that.
like
Love
this is different. Because
Yeah.
usually promoters are all like, hey, bro, like you just like
I'm paying
everybody
you,
else.
do
I don't give a
whatever,
fuck. But these people was all like making sure me and my team was straight, and I'm like, I brought more people than I probably should have. You know what I mean? But they're all like, hey, like this is what it is. You know, like I don't know, bro. It was a beautiful experience. Like my auntie flew out from Detroit.
I saw that you brought the family out,
Brought the
which I have so
family
much
out,
respect
bro.
for.
Like,
That's amazing.
It was a
yeah.
beautiful moment that I got to share with everybody, and it was crazy because, dog, like I remember the night before and the morning of, like, just I couldn't even eat. Like I was like my stomach just felt all weird. You know how like when you're just nervous and you can't like eat, you got no appetite. Like
imagine, bro,
I was just like weird, bro, and like I was watching like these Spanish artists like do their like festivals and shit like that. Cause I don't know, bro. I just get a lot of inspiration from Spanish artists and shit like that. And bro, I legit like broke down in tears because I was just like, bro, I'm doing this shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm fucking
You're next,
I'm
bro,
about
yeah.
to be on stage fucking. It was just like a weird, like something just took over my body, bro. And I just started like tearing up and I was all like, what the fuck is wrong with me, bro? Like I'm legit like force feeding myself trying to get ready for the show and I'm start tearing up and I'm like, why am I crying, bro? Like what the fuck? So it was a trippy ass experience, bro. Cause like I got to share that whole moment with my family, bro. Capo was there, Dre was there, QP was there. I had homies from Regina that pulled up out there. My auntie from the States was there. Like my mom was there, sister was there. Like, bro, it was a beautiful moment, dog. And that, like, bro, they had my name on everything. They had me come backstage signing fucking posters. Like, I was a somebody. I was, you know what I mean?
Man.
And I was just like, hey, bro, shout out to them because Tacos and Tequila was fucking lit.
It was
fucking
fire,
lit.
bro.
It was just way too hot that day. So like, after, bro,
It's the hottest fucking day ever, and I saw Mike Jones wearing a fucking winter jacket and like a fucking vest or some shit. And I was like, how's this guy not just dying?
Here's
right
even
now?
the thing with them though, bro. Like, so the hot shit, that's what fucked me up. All the artists though, fucking legends and real ones, bro. Like, we ran into a bunch of them backstage. Every time I would dap them up, I'm all like, yo, I'm Max Wins, they're looking you in the eyes, they're dapping you up, they're dapping up everyone on your team. They're not just like whatever.
Oh, I love that.
You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
was all gangster, bro, and like it made me just respect them like a million times more. Even David Banner just like taking the time to chop it up with me, give me some game and shit like that, and like all of them, bro.
So
like
sick.
Dre ran into fucking Chameleonaire backstage. You know what I mean? Dre got his little selfie and this shit.
Oh, that,
but
I'd be all over that.
But
Yeah,
Dre was
Chameleon
telling me
fire,
like, yo,
bro.
he's a real one, bro. Like
Yeah,
he was saying da 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 da, and like it was real shit. So like all those guys, bro, it was an incredible experience for me and my team. So
Yeah. And
that
even
is
the
next
city,
level,
too, right? Like-
and the city, bro. And you know what's crazy is that's their first time doing it in Canada, and I'm the first Canadian artist that did Tacos and Tequila. So it's all like, yo,
Come
shout out to
on
Tacos
now,
and Tequila
come
because
on,
that's
yo,
legendary
shout
shit.
out to that
10 years
shit,
down the
yeah.
line, they're gonna be like, hey, we had this kid, you know, like we was doing it. So that's a legendary moment for all of us. 100%.
Yeah, I think that was like the biggest, like even just all rap festival to even come through to the city. I can't even think of
100%,
another
bro.
one.
There
Yeah.
is nothing like that. They have never done nothing like Tacos and Tequila. So, you know what? I still ain't got that call yet, but hey, I know y'all trying to call me for round 2. Just hit me up. Y'all got my
Yeah,
number. Let me know
please.
it's popping.
Let's go.
We gonna make it happen.
Yeah, tell me about this new album that you're cooking up, or just new music in general, or new shit that you're gonna be doing in 2025.
So I got a new album called Love Me Before They All Do. I'm gonna release
title.
that in sometime in 2025 for sure.
Okay, fine.
Got a lot of new music coming, a lot of new music videos, videos from the old album, videos from the new album, singles. Like I'm probably gonna be dropping like 30, 40 songs in 2025.
Love
so
that. How does
it's
it
gonna be a
differ
lot.
from the last album?
Honestly, bro, for me, I feel like I always just make music that's like just my truth, you know what I mean? So I don't really see it different than other music that I've made before, but it's just different beats and different styles, and everybody else telling me it's different. You know what I mean? To me, it's just like, yo, I'm just telling my stories. But when you hear it on beats and I'm doing more auto-tune shit, or I'm doing more shit on stuff that's not drill or whatever, you know, it's like it's different. But I don't know. I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for everybody to hear it. I feel like this is some of the best music that I've ever made. It's some of the most different music that I've ever made. There's a lot of different styles on there.
Is there a barred up like heavy song kind of like 8 a.m. in Windsor, or
Yeah, bro. That's one of the
intro?
ones that I'm gonna like be finishing up, because I got this one song called 12 a.m. in Winnipeg. I'm gonna make that like a part 2, like 8 a.m. in Windsor, where it's just bars. You know what I
Love
mean?
that.
So I'm keeping that same formula where I do.
Please
You know
do,
what
yeah.
I mean? The intro bars, the outro bars.
Yeah.
12 a.m. in Winnipeg bars. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So there's still that on there for sure. You know what I mean? For sure, I gotta get that off.
Sick. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm super excited, and just thank you in general for being here, and I can't
100%,
wait
bro.
to see what you do in the new year.
No, you definitely gotta pull up at the studio. I'm gonna play you some shit. You know what I mean? Show you
Love it.
some stuff that I've been working on, and yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Let you hear all the new stuff. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you having me too, bro. I love the platform.
Sure.
Love what you're doing. City needs this type of shit. You know what I mean? So salute to you, 100%, bro.
Appreciate
Keep doing
it,
what
buddy.
you're doing. You know
Appreciate
what I mean?
it.
1000%, bro.
All right, sick. This is Don't Cry Wolf. Max wins.
You already know, man. It's a
Hey.
motherfucking River City legend. Y'all gotta tap in right now,
Let's
my dog.
go.
Don't cry, wolf.